And my mama said I'm special. If I don't trust you, shoot your metro. Future looking bright, nigga got that glow. Professor X, nigga, all the gifts I show. My life like a movie shot off the hit show. Me and blessed hands make a bitch get low. James Willis, DJ CEO. Dave hit record, now we on beast mode. Let's go.
Hey, we live. Welcome back to the Hit Show podcast. I got a special guest. He's been on the show before. We're doing my first business interview. I had to do it with this guy, good friend of mine, good business associate and partner. He's taught me a lot about business, creating relationships in business, good business ethics. He's taught me just a lot of things about business. So it's only right for my first interview to be with Daryl Richards. How you doing tonight, Daryl?
What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm been good, man. You know, the snow kept me in today, but we still able to be productive with this online streaming to be able to still, do podcasts and just share your business knowledge with the world. A lot of people don't know who you are as far as business. A lot of people didn't know you as an artist, but they didn't know you had owned your own business as a label and you did all your own masters and publishing. A lot of people didn't know that. And you own your own podcast. And like people didn't know you were not only the artist and promoter and producer behind it, but you also were the business behind it.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Yeah, I feel like this. I feel like everybody should give. There's 3 types of income.
Okay.
I always remember this. There's PPE.
Okay.
That's passive income. That's portfolio income. And that's earned income.
Gotcha.
I feel like all Americans should invest in all 3.
Okay.
Most Americans in your lifetime, you're gonna produce earned income. I mean, you get a job, put an application in, you work, and they pay you. That's earned income.
Understood.
Portfolio income is when you invest into stocks and stocks and stuff like that. That's portfolio. It gets a little bit, but it's okay. People, it's more rumors about portfolio. It's more rumors. They always say, but I'm making a lot of money. Nah, it's more rumors. You can hit it big with that, but it's more just like rumors. You're investing, hoping that something comes back. Another source of portfolio income is playing the lottery as well. So a lot of people in the portfolio don't even know it though. So that's just like you putting your money up to make a lot of money off your money. But it's never here or there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's called portfolio income. Then you got passive income. Passive income is life changing. In the 70s and the 80s, a lot of people got into real estate. That was passive income. When you had a property, somebody renting is making an income, and you don't have to worry about it. All you got to do is something go wrong, you have to invest. But it's a small investment.
Okay.
So people like me and yourself, we searching for new avenues in passive income.
Yes.
You got earned income. I know you got earned income. You got a job, and you have earned income. That's the mature thing to do. That's how you that's your family funding. But passive income could change your life.
Okay.
Buy an apartment building for $100,000, and then you renting out all the units and making that much money in 10 years, what you paid for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's passive income. So I'm really into passive income, man. I have earned income, I have passive income. Portfolio income, I'm not impressed with it. I got some stocks. I own stocks in Tesla. I own stocks in General Electric. I own stocks in a couple of other things. I own stocks in DoorDash since 2015. I've been owning stocks in DoorDash. So, but, when they pay out, it's not really impressive. And then they got ways that they can make it where you can't really pull your money out the way you want to. Ask Martha Stewart. So I'm not really a big fan of portfolio income.
Okay. But the way you broke it down with the portfolio income is pretty much legal gambling. Pretty much is you just taking a risk. You either get a hit or you're not, like you said, like on the lottery. You might invest 10 grand, you might make 50 grand, you might lose your whole investment. But it's legal gambling pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Stocks, because with the stock market, we never know. Today, it might hit rock bottom. Tomorrow, it might skyrocket. That's the only thing that I do a little bit of myself. I do cryptocurrency. I don't put much in there, but I do know in the future that is the new wave of currency. Even though it already blew up once, it's probably not going to blow up again. But within 10 to 20 years, the only form of currency we're going to have is cryptocurrency. So I'm not looking at about today or tomorrow. If I put $10, $20 a paycheck in there, 10 years from now, I might be a millionaire. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm thinking
Well, it
about.
got to be money that you can afford to lose.
I can afford
Every
10.
time you do portfolio income, it got to be money you can say, if I don't get nothing out of this, it was fun.
Got you. So you got to invest smart. So you don't agree with people that invest real aggressively into something.
Yeah.
In the stocks. But I will say this for me, like me and you talk off camera, I invest aggressively in me. Meaning I know what I'm going to do, what I'm capable of. I know if I start a business that's in the field I like, I can do it because I'm the one controlling everything. When you put your money in the stocks, you're not controlling nothing. You're not controlling the company. You're not controlling the finances. You're not controlling the products or the services. But when you do your own investing in you, then I feel like you're going to invest aggressively because you control everything. What do you think about that?
Yeah, like my first investment was me being a rap artist. I started rapping when I was 12. By the time I turned 14, I was real good at putting the words together. Then I had the plot that I wanted to represent me.
Not you.
I came up with the plot that I wanted to represent me. And I've been pushing that plot ever since. You got to come up with a plot that you want to represent you. Like right now, if somebody was to pay me to produce and write an album, I could do it. It's nothing. That's the easiest thing that you could ever ask me to do is write an album. But it ain't gonna have the best mixing and mastering. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't gonna have all the stuff that costs money. I'm not gonna lie, but actually writing the actual concept and coming up with a concept, yeah, I could do that. See, it's hard for some people, but it's easy for me. I used to produce and write movies as well.
Okay.
That ain't hard for me either because I'm a movie buff. I love watching movies. I love watching actors and actresses. And what I really like to do is watch like old sitcoms and catch them laughing and catch them, off a little bit just to catch them when I can tell they acting. And when I can look at the main actor, I watch the Cosby Show. Sometimes I look at certain people and I can tell when they forget their lines. Some of them kids forget their lines, and I can look at Bill Cosby and I can tell that they forgot their line the way he look at them.
Well, see, you know that because you were experiencing that field. I know you told me off camera you was in a couple films, and me and you talked about creating on films. And people don't understand. Me and you talk a lot. Well, me and you talk business. People understand that. We're not only talking about business. The plans we've had with this podcast and everything else. We don't just plan business. We're planning generational wealth for the future for our children, grandchildren, and our community. It's more than just business.
Well, it starts with you being a good man.
Yes.
See, you're a good man. If you're a good person, I open up to you.
Right.
You're a good person. If you're not a good person, we can't get along. I've never been able to get along with a person that's not a good person, no matter how long I be around them. When I realize they're not a good person, I can't stand them. I get to the point I don't like them at all. Right. But you and Darius and Taryn and Sean, y'all are good people. It's been very rare that I ran into a group of good people that I like all of them. So I don't take that for granted. No, seriously. Think about it. When we came all together, it was a group of good people. You can leave your phone, leave your charger, you can leave your wallet. Nobody gonna steal it. Somebody gonna ask, whose wallet is this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Good people. It's just good people around. You know what I'm saying? Don't never take that for granted because this world is 99% of bad people, believe it or not. And if you come across a group of good people, don't take that for granted. That's once in a lifetime.
And I also got to ask you this because we're not gonna be on here too long, but because it's a short interview. But you taught me a lot about the business and music, also being behind the scenes. What would you tell the younger generation that's doing music that is trying to not just do music but make money? As far as I want to be a rapper, it's more
Sell drugs,
huh?
sell dope. all your favorite rappers are selling dope, and
You
they
think
pretending
so?
like they rapping. It used to be they was rapping, pretending like they was selling dope. Now is they selling dope and pretending like they rapping.
So a
There's
lot of
no mixtape you gonna put out that gonna get you the jewelry these kids have on.
well, the thing is, they getting paid for shows though, right?
Nah, they
Your
selling drugs, and or they finding their uncles or cousins that sell drugs, and they taking and putting the money up to pretend like they rappers.
Well, can't they make money if they took the route you taking as far as writing songs, producing for other people? Can't they make money like that? Even though they're not putting out their own music, can't
No, no, it's all a lie. And I'm gonna be the first one to tell y'all. I told y'all this in 2010. I told y'all it was a lie. I told everybody it's a lie. Mixtapes, and it was mixtapes then. Streaming is not making you enough money to support your lifestyle. Anybody telling you they got jewelry around their neck, they got fancy cars and shit from streaming music, they telling you a lie. Unless they are Drake or somebody that's already sold their soul and got a place in corrupting us and destroying us as a people. A regular artist that's coming up, you get 10% of a penny every time your music is streamed. You'll make more money picking up cans off the streets than you would paying money to go in the studio, paying for a pen, paying for a pad, paying for a beat, paying for studio time. There's no way you will ever recoup that money back. As much money, it costs about $15,000 to make an album. When you pay for each beat, just paying for the beats alone, gonna cost you at least $5,000. But just paying for each production, the beats, paying for the copyrights, paying for the artwork and all the graphics and everything you got to pay for, paying for the studio time, you're gonna be out about $15,000.
Okay.
So you trying to tell me that somebody, and then once you didn't put out that $15,000, you still got to pay to promote it for people to know it.
Exactly.
You trying to tell me that you put it out and they giving you 10% of a penny every time somebody play it, and you got enough money to have Ferraris, Bentleys, and Corvettes and all this shit? Bullshit. You're selling drugs, and you're pretending like that your rap career is taking up. It's not really doing that.
Or they just renting everything. They ain't buying it, they renting it.
You can't even afford to rent it.
You can't if you got good credit. You got good.
You're not making money off the music.
Yeah.
Look, you let the devils in. We had a music industry. We had things the way we wanted them to be. But you all had to let the devil in. And the devil, he specializes in wealth and money. So whenever you make it about money, the black man always end up losing.
Look at this. Tatar Flounder. Facts.
And whenever you make it about money, the black man end up losing because we don't have a lot of wealth.
Exactly.
So what they did, they took our rap industry. Tupac was homeless. Biggie was homeless. Didn't have nowhere to go. Didn't have no money. And they rapped their way out of poverty. Now, you sing, you rap, you'll end up in fucking poverty, fucking up your money trying to be a rapper. That's how they turned that, because it was an avenue to let us out. It was an avenue that we could take and go from rags to riches.
Got you.
And they had to destroy that avenue. So by them destroying that avenue, they said, well, we got the most money. So what we gonna do is this. We gonna make it where you gotta have money to even do it. So we know them niggas won't come up this time, because the one thing they don't have is wealth. Black people own less than 1% of the wealth in this country. So they know we don't have money to really do the music industry. So they said, we can stop them niggas from coming up. All we gotta do is make the music industry about money. And if we make it about money, they'll be outsourced and they won't be able to do it. And that's where we at right now.
Man,
you gotta pay the DJ, you gotta pay the radio station, you gotta pay everybody to play your music. And they don't give a fuck how good it sounds. They want their money.
Everybody getting paid except for artists. Man, I appreciate
everybody getting paid except for artists. They don't care how good it sounds. You could be the best rapper in the world.
Yeah.
I done heard rappers I couldn't believe they could rap this good until I seen them on Funk Flex. And everybody asking, what is rapper been? He been out how many 30 years and he rapped this good? Why he didn't make it? Because they wasn't gonna let him make it. They want to let you make it based on how good you kiss ass. It ain't how much talent you got. It's not about how much talent you got, but how good you kiss ass when you put on a dress. Silly ass shit. When you wear makeup and act like a girl. Silly ass shit. They took our industry and turned it into a clown show. And nobody want to answer for it. They want to act like it just happened.
So the people that actually made money off music, we talking about people like Jay Prince, people like Master P, that owned most of their material. You think, is that still possible today to own
don't even exist no more.
Okay.
What you're going to have to do is this, and I tell you this. You're going to have to approach the DJs at the club when you're an artist. You're going to have to ask them how much you charge to play my music. You pay them their money and let them play your music in the most popular areas in your city. If they don't do it, when they leave the club, beat the hell out of them and rob them.
Yeah, because you got a lot
to do, and they deserve it.
You got a lot
because the DJs is the ones that destroyed the music industry.
You got a lot of fake DJs clout chasing out here that
no, it ain't even clout chasing. They want to be paid.
That too.
But they don't want to see you shine.
But this the thing. If you're already at a venue getting paid, you're supposed to play music. So why are you charging somebody who's this the thing. The DJs. I'm talking to you niggas, you fake ass DJs. You see a nigga you never know, never seen before. He a nobody. You'll charge him. But let a nigga like fucking T.I. or somebody come up, you'll play whatever he won't charge. Don't charge that nigga the pity and he's filthy rich. Not saying you should, but treat everybody the same. Treat everybody equally. That's how I feel about it.
Well,
if you
back in the 80s, a DJ played music because he wanted to be the first person to say, I played this first. They call them disc jockeys. They wanted to be the one that said, I played that first. That shit dope. They put it on. Back in the day, you go to a DJ, you say, look, you play my CD? He'll put it in his earphone. He'll look at you. He'll say, shit, that's dope. I'll play that. That's all it took. Now, what's your budget? How much money you got?
Yeah.
I tell the other artists, you know what you do then? If you don't got no money, rob his ass when he leaves. When he go into his car, think he's safe, rob his ass. Take his shit and see can he make it with no budget.
No, y'all don't do that. Don't listen.
Yeah, I tell the artists, y'all do that shit. Rob their motherfucking ass. They need to fear for their life. I mean, it's our life. You playing with our life. Fuck it. Right. They need to fear for their life. They need to feel like we can get hurt if we, you know,
it needs to be more
necessary sometimes. People don't respect all that good guy shit, man.
Yeah, they don't.
Somebody need to be there and be like, look, hey, dude, play this song if you like it. If you don't like it, don't play it, but tell me why. But don't ask about no budget or no bullshit. But if you like it, play it. If you don't, then don't play it. That nobody gonna hurt you for that.
Well, there's a lot of bad music that gets played, though. It's a lot.
There's almost nothing but bad music getting played. People they calling rappers, they don't even really rap. It's almost nothing but. That's what I'm saying. When I watched the Double SL freshman shit, the artist was so bad. I was like, who dick they sucking? Because this is horrible. They don't even freestyle. They don't even know what to say. And I'm talking about 21 Savage. I'm talking about when it was 21 Savage, Kodak Black, and all them, and they had them freestyling up there.
They could at least wrote something, have them write something.
I know. They was so bad. It was so fucking bad that we was like, this got to be a joke. But you let them stick around long enough to get good. And they kind of got better over time. But that's not the way this industry works. You ready to go or you not. You don't let them motherfuckers stick around and pay him and play his shit. Just keep playing his shit till he get better. No. I seen that happen with a lot of artists. It happened with Waka Flocka too. I'm not going to knock him.
He didn't came. Hey, his bars went way up though.
I know, but damn, you gave him time to get better. If a motherfucker told you every day you got to write poetry, and you know good at it, and you got time to practice and get paid while you practicing, hell, you gonna be better too, right?
Hell yeah.
You got to do nothing else with your life.
Especially if you're getting paid, that should motivate you.
Yeah. I watched him come a long way. I ain't gonna lie, he came a long way, but he a better man than he was.
Yeah.
He grew up. He grew up and he became a man. He's somebody I respect now. But when he first came out, he couldn't rap. He knew he couldn't rap. He even said he couldn't rap. Then why he get the opportunity to be a rapper if he know he can't rap?
Well, because it's not about rap. It's more about business, about what the labels can make off you.
No,
like,
it wasn't. His mama had connections. She used them and put her son on. And it wasn't nothing wrong with that.
The labels did. It's not about even nowadays being able to. The business part of it is this label, we going to make X amount of dollars off him. Even though he can't rap, we can still market him to a certain group of people, and we will make money off of him.
Well, that's okay for that group, but what I'm saying is this. The motherfuckers that rap real good, get them what they supposed to be. When Whitney Houston came out there with that bald head and no hair on her head, and they said how unattractive she was when she was a little girl and came and started singing, they said, but she unattractive, but she can sing. They said she unattractive, but she can sing.
Right.
That's the attitude. Luther Vandross, he came out with a group called Chain in 1978. They said, yeah, he fat, but he can sing his ass off. Put him out.
Yeah.
Then he came out Never Too Much and all that shit.
Talented though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, you rap real good, it don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you rap real good.
And I had this conversation with somebody else. People keep saying, well, J. Cole and Kendrick. I say, I like J. Cole and I like Kendrick. Count how many J. Cole and Kendricks do you have that we know about in the industry? Not many.
There's a lot of them in the underground, though.
Exactly.
It's motherfuckers that'll drag them niggas. And I ain't saying I want them to drag them because they did a great thing. They really good rappers, but it's people that you got on Sway that's freestyling, Funk Flesh that's freestyling, that you like, why we never heard about them?
Well, see, also with that, from the business standpoint, from the business standpoint, you're not. What was I gonna say?
They had to deal with Dr. Dre ass. They had to deal with Jay-Z ass.
But you're not
to deal with them niggas. You want to just be able to rap and get on. We don't want to kiss them niggas ass.
You're not gonna be able to get a whole bunch of J. Cole's and Kendricks. You know what I'm saying? Because the industry doesn't want a lot of J. Cole and Kendricks. They have a lot of substance in their music. And the industry does not want too much substance in the music. They took that away in the 90s, in the late 90s going to the 2000s. That's why we don't have so many J. Cole's and Kendricks. That's why, like you said, we'll have more of Kodak Black. I like Kodak Black music. He got some shit I really fuck with. But I like Kodak Black. But there's some other shit I heard that I'm like, there's no way I should be able to hear this shit. But the people on Sway, the thing about the people on Sway, they can freestyle real good. But a lot of people that can freestyle real good can't make songs. They're not good at making music. So that's the downside to freestylers. They're good at freestyling, but to make a song, they can't do nothing but spit bars. You got to have catchy hooks. You got to be able to make songs.
You got to have an A&R. Look, Biggie couldn't write a song. Biggie could rap. Puffy made the songs possible. Took all them old samples and put them with Biggie. And then took Stevie J, had him in there making those beats and making them beats sound wavy. And then he put Faith Evans on the hook. And he'd say, Faith, say one more chance. You know, he was doing shit. Juicy didn't really have no hook. And if you don't know, now you know. That was the hook. The rest of it was female vocals.
Right.
You know very well. That's all Puffy. Who you are, don't let them hold you down. Whatever the fuck he said. But I'm just saying, it's like Juicy was his first hit, but it wasn't because he wrote a song. It was because he rapped about his pain.
Right.
Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. It was just him rapping. But Puffy did his job.
Exactly.
Worked with Mary J. Blige and Jodeci before he got with Biggie. He knew how to take and add a vocal chemistry to that shit and knew when it was right. He did his job. The rest of these motherfuckers now, they don't want to do their job.
Yeah,
they don't want to do their job.
They just looking just to make the money from the business side, and they're not looking for art. They're not looking to develop the artists. A lot of the artists, they're looking at these artists like, okay, they got a fan base on social media. That's their art development. We really don't have to develop them. In the 90s and stuff, we didn't have social media, so somebody actually had to develop the artists. So I think that's they're looking at their numbers online.
You know what really tripped me out?
Yeah.
On T.I. podcast, he had Kodak Black on there. No, he had 21 Savage on there.
Okay.
And 21 Savage sat right there, and he said, T.I. said, you remember how we met? He like, yeah. I gave you my CD, and I told you I wanted you to sign me for a meal. T.I. bust out laughing. He said, I remember what you told me. You said, if I sign you for a meal, you going to pay me back a whole lot more than what you're going to be getting.
Right.
He said, you'd be best to go independent.
T.I.
Do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the problem with black folks right there. Everybody think T.I. told him a good thing. T.I. didn't tell him a good thing. T.I. let him know I'm a piece of shit. And I'm going to fuck you over. I don't care if you black like me or whatever. I'm going to fuck you over. Ain't no way around it. Ain't got nothing to do with no white man or nothing. I'm going to fuck you over because they told me I can.
But I look at
all he said to the boy, basically. He think he said something good to him. He didn't say nothing good to him. Go the independent route. The independent route, sometimes you won't make it independent route. But everybody don't make it independent route. You basically saying, do you think Rick Rubin with Leor Corley, Leor from Def Jam, when you think when he went to Rick Rubin in the early 80s and said he need a job because he's Jewish, you think he said, I'm gonna fuck you over? I'm gonna fuck you over, but let me fuck you over, or go do it yourself. You think he said that to him? No, he didn't say that to him. That's the problem with black people. We don't love black people enough. We pretend like we do.
The way I look at it, with T.I. told Kodak Black, I believe
21
that,
Savage.
Oh, 21? Okay. I believe that T.I. told him the truth, like, because the first contract as an artist is your worst. I think that T.I. was telling him, hey, go independent, make your own money. So when you do make your money, you don't have to owe nobody.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You think of a young man that rap good, I really like his music. Come to me right now, and I'm worth $100 million. And he come to me and say he want me to sign him to my record label for $1 million. You think I'm gonna tell him to go independent, or I'm gonna sign his ass if he's really good and I really like his music?
I'm gonna sign his ass.
I'm gonna sign him, and you know why I'm gonna sign him? Because he's black, and I'm black. That's right. How Jews move. That's how Asians move. Because I know he need this shit, especially if I went the same route I see him going.
Right.
But see, black folks don't love black folks like they say they do. They just be talking shit. And I know that nigga. And I'll be like this, fuck him. I don't give a fuck. I know him. You did something wrong. You was wrong. Fuck that shit. You can't clean that shit up and make me think that you gonna say, oh, no, nigga, I ain't gonna help you. I'm telling you a story. When Def Jam first came out, there was no Def Jam. Russell Simmons had a management group called Rush. He managed Run DMC, Curtis Blow, the Fat Boys, Sheila E., and Eric B. and Rakim. His acts was so powerful that he raised enough money to start his own record label, and he called it Def Jam. He hired his business and his longtime friend named Rick Rubin, who was a Jewish guy. Russell Simmons was black. Rick Rubin was Jewish. He hired him, and the first artist they signed was LL Cool J, a 15-year-old kid out of Queens. Okay. When they signed that boy, Rick Rubin had a Jewish friends. One of them was named Leor Corley. He's a Jewish guy. This Jewish guy runs Def Jam to this day. And Russell Simmons' nephew and his cousins can't even get a fucking record deal. Jewish people run Def Jam now. But you think when Leor came to Rick Rubin and said, I need a job, can you help me out? You think he said, fuck that. You got to go the long route. I ain't going to help you. I got to fuck you over. I gotta give you a bad contract. You don't want to sign with me, I'm gonna have to charge you this. He didn't say that to him. He gave him a job, road manager for Run DMC. He worked his way up and became a very powerful figure in Def Jam because he was Jewish. Then he signed the Beastie Boys and he signed a group called Third Base, which was Jewish members also. That's how the people work together when you care about your race. All this bullshit, and we gonna march and we gonna hold hands and we gonna go up to the white man and do this. That's all bullshit. Get rid of all the niggas that don't give a fuck about us, and we'll get our industry back. T.I. is one of them niggas that don't give a fuck about us, but stay in everybody's face pretending like you do. From what he said in that fucking interview, I have no respect for him as a man.
All right, you know what? We got to cut out this interview. Me, you, and Sean about to be back on in about 20 minutes. We're going to talk about the bad customer service experience and employees' value in the workplace in about 20 minutes. I'm going to send you the link, but we're going to do a part 2 of this interview because this was good.
All right.
I just didn't want to do it all in one, but we got to come back because we got some other stuff to talk about. But I'm going to send you the link. So everybody, if you're on Facebook, follow us. YouTube, follow us, Hit Show Podcast, Twitter. Daryl, tell them where they can find you at for everything you're doing.
Follow me on Instagram at Cyan Madman.
Okay.
That's SAENMADMAN. That's SAENMADMAN. And you can get my music. It's available on all platforms. Album called The Beginning of the End. It's available wherever you get music. If you got Apple Music, give it a listen. Put SAEN, The Beginning of the End, and my album should come up. Or put in No Parking Lot, and it most definitely will come up.
Even though that's your single, No Parking Lot, the best song on that album to me is that Tracy. I don't give a damn. That's my shit because it's meaningful. So y'all check it out. Even though that's his single, No Parking Lot, and Entertained are his singles, you gotta listen to Tracy. Listen to the whole song because that's what I bump. That Tracy.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I love that song, and especially young ladies, early 20s, 30s, listen to that song Tracy because he really went deep.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll see y'all. We'll be back in about 20 minutes.
All right, man.
All right.